Alright, what's going on, guys? Crystian Goes Fast here, back with another video. I recently found out about a game that I really liked back in the day coming back to light. This is Need for Speed World. It's a game that was shut down by EA and Origin, who originally hosted it back in the late 2000s, early 2010s. And it got shut down, but a lot of people were unhappy about it. So, as it turns out, when people are unhappy, they will do things about it. So, I'm not sure exactly which country they're from, but some people have reset up the servers. I really wish I could talk better. But they reset up the servers and they rebuilt it and launched it under a new name, which is Soapbox Race World. If you're a fan of racing games, I highly suggest this game because it's been a lot of fun. There is tons and tons of things to do. There's all these events, entire city full of just race events, and even, pursuits where you can outrun the police, which I would never suggest doing in real life. But it's a lot of fun, hours and hours of entertainment, and they even have a treasure hunt where you go and you drive throughout the world and find gems hidden all over one area of the city. And if you collect all 15 of them within the 24-hour time limit, then you get money, reputation, and a random prize. That alone is pretty fun, but the thing that really drew me to this game was the amount of cars. There are so many cars in this game. Keep in mind that at the time this came out, late 2000s, most of the Need for Speed games were pretty limited on cars. They had a good selection, but they were pretty limited. This has so many cars. There's cars in here for everyone. No matter what kind of car you like, if you like muscle, if you like, exotics, if you like Euro cars. There's Supras, Subarus. There's so many things. You can go down here and you can choose from all these, or you can sort what kind of cars you want to look at. And just to prove that there are so many different kinds of cars in this game, you can choose a Hummer. Or if that doesn't really fit your preferred taste, just go with the Lambo. And when I say that there are cars for everyone in this game, I mean there are cars for everyone. You can choose basically any car that has any kind of tuning potential, and occasionally you can find stuff for free, and you can find oddballs, which you typically wouldn't expect in a racing game. So, just to go through my garage real fast, we're going to start with my 65 Pontiac GTO. I chose this car because it was the first car that I had in Need for Speed World. If I remember correctly, it was actually the only car I had in Need for Speed World, since that was back before I had my own computer and could really play it. Moving on, we're going to skip this unlocalized string for now. We'll get back to that later. Also, there are skill perks. I'm just going to mention this real fast, as well as upgrading the performance and the looks of your car. You can upgrade different skills, which will help it do better in certain situations. Like these red ones make it perform better in drag races. The green ones usually do with explore. This one increases the cash that I earn from racing by 24%, and these two increase just normal race stuff. So, seeing as how now I am able to play on a constant basis, I build up quite a bit of money. I don't have that much now, but that's because I spent it all on cars and upgrades. After my Pontiac, the next car I purchased was this Mazda RX-7. I've always been a fan of RX-7s. I really like them, the way they look, the rotary engines. After that, picked the Renault Sport Clio V6. These are interesting little cars. A lot of people don't know that much about them, but they are really interesting cars. I like them quite a bit. And after that, I picked a Skyline GTR R32. I custom designed all the decals, placed them all wherever I wanted, got them all figured out, and then I actually had to put together the rising sun on the hood myself. There was no like pre-designed decal for it, so I had to get all figured out on my own. After that, I purchased this S14 Nissan 200SX. Now, Need for Speed has done this thing where they differentiate from an S13 240 and an S14 240 by calling the S14 the 200SX, which is what the model is called in Europe. But I've always liked the style, especially the front end. Front end just looks aggressive, and I've always liked the way these cars looked. After that, for the treasure hunting perk, I picked the Lamborghini Murcielago Treasure Hunter Edition. Like I said, I pretty much did this solely for this perk, which displays all of the gems that you find in Treasure Hunt on your map instead of having to go and like find them yourself. Last but not least, I have the cars that I had to earn money and purchase. The Nissan Fairlady 240Z. I love these cars. I love the way they look. I don't know, there's just so much I love about them. So I got one. Now, the real last car is the unlocalized string. I was messing around in-game one day, and in the car dealership, I found this unlocalized string text. So I clicked on it. Turns out it was free, so I figured, you know, what the heck. At the time, I only had my Pontiac GTO, so I got it. And I ended up with this. Now, this may just look like a normal NPC van, but it's a B spec, despite having a 0 overall rating. You can see B spec is a 500 to 599 rating. So I got it. And I added this mint sticker on the back. I had to actually put the letters and align them and size them up myself, which is why they look all jank and, you know, not straight. But, you know, I kind of have fun doing it. And it's something that I like. Anyway, that is Soapbox Race World. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot to do. And even though my computer seems like it's glitching up and like, you know, kind of laggy and doesn't have the best frame rate, that's not really, you know, too much to worry about. My computer is just a standard Dell Latitude laptop, so I don't really have too much in the way of processing power and everything. I am looking to upgrade it though, so I'll be able to do like better recordings and stuff on my computer. But yeah, game's a lot of fun. Like I said earlier, my computer is just a bare bones Dell Latitude laptop, so you don't need a lot to run this game. It works, and it's pretty simple, lots of fun. I highly suggest it to anyone who's into racing games. But yeah, anyway, thank you for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.